Hello everyone, welcome to Satya Classes. Myself Raj Pandey, and in this video you are going to learn about Ohm's law and resistance. The part first of the video has been uploaded and link in the description. You can watch from there. So coming up next, let's begin with the Ohm's law. The Ohm's word is taken from the name of discoverer of this law, Sir George Ohm, in his honor. So what is the law? At constant temperature, the voltage across a conductor is directly proportional to the current. Guys, this law is really very much important and it is asked in your examination. So please pay attention to it. First of all, we'll make a conductor. Look, suppose that this is the conductor. I have cut it from some wire, and the secondary thing is it is connected by a voltage source. So let's connect it, voltage source. As voltage source is connected to this conductor, the voltage source produces current I. This I current will flows through this conductor. Understand? Now this law states that mathematically the voltage is directly proportional to the current. Look, directly proportional to the current. So this is stated as V directly I. Now you have to remove this sign of proportionality. So as you remove this sign, a constant come across, and V is equal to Ri will be the law. Okay, this is the first equation. Now what is B? So let's write it, where V is equal to potential difference. You have applied it here, and R is the proportionality constant. Its name is resistance. Soon I will discuss about it. And I is the current flowing in the conductor. Understand? Now to understand about resistance, this is the conductor and current is trying to flows through this conductor. So this conductor will resist the flow of current. You know how current is flows? There will be electrons, and electron will move this side. So there will be conventional current formed in this direction as shown in the figure. So these electron will collide to themselves as well as the atom present inside this conductor. So there will be an opposition that causes the resistance. Understand? Now let's talk about resistance briefly. So first question is, what is resistance? Write down the definition. It is the opposition to the flow of electric current. Means this current is flowing and this conductor is offering a opposition to the flow of current. This is known as what? This is known as resistance. Understand? So writing resistance from the first equation, R is equal to V upon I. Understand? And what is the unit? So for unit, you know about the unit of voltage, that is volt. Very good. And what about current? Current is ampere. So its unit become volt per ampere. But again, in the honor of George Ohm, the unit is taken as ohm. Understand? So this is the unit, and there is definition. Now moving to graph of Ohm's law. This is really important that we have derived the law. Now the thing is to make its graph so that we can understand about the law more better. Did you understand this? So for making the graph, first of all, let's write the equation of Ohm's law. V is equal to IR. Now let me tell you some basics of the graph. Suppose that you have a equation in the form of y is equal to m into x. Okay, so this represent a straight line. This is the equation of a straight line, and to draw this equation you have to choose proper x and y axis. So this is x axis and this is y axis. Now put the value y and x in their respective axis. Understand? Now the graph will looks like this, and this is the angle theta. So m is known as the slope, and slope is calculated as when you take tan of this angle, means tan theta is equal to slope. Did you understand this? Okay, let me make you more clear about this. You have studied trigonometric ratios. There you find tan theta. So tan theta is what? Basically it is the this is the perpendicular and this is the base. Okay, so this is the ratio of the length, perpendicular upon base. This is what? This is tan theta, and this ratio is also known as slope. You can call it as tan theta or you can call it as slope. This plays a really important role in Ohm's law. So let's draw its graph. Suppose that in the place of v, in the place of b, at that time you taken y. So let's draw graph for this. This is right now v and this is I. Now what about r? R will be the slope of this graph, and this is the graph. So every time I am drawing graph from origin. Do you have curiosity to know why I am doing so? The reason being when you put v is equal to 0, what you will get? I into r is equal to 0. So either I will be equal to 0 or r will be equal to 0. But in the case of conductor, r cannot be equal to 0 because there must be some resistance that opposes the flow of current. So r will not be equal to 0. But what about I? I will be equal to 0. So at origin, look at the coordinate 0, 0. This is what? This is something that v is equal to 0 and I is equal to 0. Understand? Okay, very good. So let us try to calculate this tan theta. Understand? Let us see that the value of r, we are saying that r is equal to tan theta. Is it true or not? So for finding this value, we have to do that. Simply we can write the perpendicular and the base. Okay, so perpendicular upon base, let's write it. Tan theta is equal to, okay, instead of perpendicular writing, you can look here. This axis is representing what? This is representing v. So in the place of perpendicular, you can write v. Understand? And in the place of current, you can write I. So what is v upon I? What is v upon I? This is exactly, this is resistance. So we say that the VI graph slope gives what? The value of resistance. Now this time we have taken two conductor A and conductor B. Okay, they have resistance R1 and R2. So we have to draw graph for this A and B. So let us see how to draw it. First of all, you have to make proper axis, y axis and x axis. in the place of y you have to put what? V, because you have to plot the graph in between V and I. In the place of x you are putting I. Is it clear? So now the slope is representing the resistance. Okay, so I have drawn this R1 and R2. Okay, and in this case you have to be very careful about that R1 is greater than R2, because R1 have greater angle, and greater angle means greater slope. Okay, and this angle is smaller. You can clearly see over here, if I take this theta and this is phi, so theta is greater than phi, so this resulting R1 is greater than R2. Did you understand? Okay, so let's move to calculation part. Suppose that if we have a graph based on V and I wanna calculate the value of resistance, so how to do it? Okay, let's see. Now to calculate the resistance using graph, we have taken a general question, and this question will help you to calculating the resistance. So let us see how to do it. First of all, look at these values, V1 and V2, I1 and I2. When the voltage is V1, the current of that resistance, inside that resistance means inside that conductor, is I1, and when voltage was V2, the current was I2. So now we have to calculate the resistance value by the following graph. Now I have told you that this slope means this theta, if we take tan of this theta, this represents what? This represents the resistance. Very good, you know about it. Now apply that concept in this question. So for that purpose you have to draw a line, okay, that join and put the point A and B and C. So join AC, also join BC. Now this theta will be equal to this theta. Of course you have studied lines and angle well. What angle this called? This called as corresponding angles, and they are equal because these two lines are parallel and these two angles are theta. This becomes also theta. Now you have to calculate tan theta. So for this purpose, first of all you have to find this distance and this distance. Okay, so for finding, so I2 minus I1, subtract these values, I2 minus I1. Okay, this is the part of coordinate geometry, and in 10th you have learning. I have also done a video on coordinate geometry, so you can go through I button if you don't know how these things are going, because physics works with math. Without math we cannot represent the physics. So that's why we are doing like this. I2 minus I1, and what about this? This will be equal to V2 minus B1. Understand? V2 minus B1. So what about tan theta? Tan theta is what? Perpendicular upon base. Very good. So what is perpendicular here? Perpendicular is BC upon what is base? Base is AC. So in place of BC you can simply write as V2 minus B1 upon I2 minus I1. Understand? This is the value of resistance shown by this slope. So let's take a numerical problem based on this. Look at the question. This is the question is given to calculate the value of resistance. Right now you have to do like draw these perpendicular, okay, I made it. Now put it as A, and this is what? B. These are 2 points, and you have to calculate the value of resistance for the following slope. So as I told that you need to join this line also and this line also, because this forms a triangle, right angle triangle, and this helps to apply trigonometric ratios. So for this purpose, let's say write it as tan theta is equal to, you have to again put it as C, BC upon AC. So BC upon AC. For this purpose, what is the value of BC? So for calculating the value of BC, you have to subtract 3 from 6. Is it so? So subtract it, 6 minus 3 upon, what is the value of AC? So for the AC you have to subtract 4 minus 2. Very good. So it becomes 4 minus 2. Look, 6 minus 3 is how much? 3. 4 minus 2 is how much? 2. So the resistance value is 1.5 ohm. This is the unit of resistance. Understand? So I hope you have understand this question. So let us look at the question. You have to find that which resistance is greater. Okay, which resistance is greater, either R1 or R2. So for finding it, first of all you have to look at the graph. Graph is V and I, in between V and I. So let's look at the slope. The greater slope, the greater resistance. Okay, greater is the slope, greater is the resistance. Note this point. If you are working with BI graph, greater is the slope, greater is the resistance. Understand? This is clear cut shortcut. Okay, so for this purpose, look, R1 having greater slope means greater angle, and R2 having lesser angle. So you can simply write it as R1 is greater than R2. This is the answer. Simple. Okay, let's move to next example. Now this is the second question. Okay, now you are thinking that both questions are same. Why I am doing the same thing again and again? Again you have to find which resistance is greater. Okay, which R is greater. So for this purpose, first of all check the graph. The graph is between I and B. Okay, the previous graph was between V and I. Now this time I have chosen I on Y axis and V on X axis. So our concept will be changed right now. Do you understand this? This times is smaller the slope, greater the value of resistance. Did you understand this? So this time R2 will be greater than R1. I hope you have understand this clearly, and please always check the graph between which the plot is given. If it is I and B, so smaller the slope, greater the value of resistance. Note these points in your copy and do not make mistake, because these are 1 marks question and you will get full out of full. Right now I have taken a problem. The problem is find the value of current when 12 volt battery is applied to 3 ohm resistance. So for this, you know the symbol of resistance. This goes like that, and battery looks like this. So the battery is 12 volt and resistance is 3 ohm. Understand? If you don't know the symbol of resistance, now I am telling you resistance looks like this. So 12 volt battery and 3 ohm resistance. Now simply you have to apply Ohm's law for this purpose. The value of current you can simply find by using Ohm's law. So V is equal to I into R. You know about it. So I is equal to what? V upon R. Very good. Now value of V is 12. Value of R is what? 3 4 the 12, and 4 ampere is the value of the required current. Understand? So let me explore this V is equals to IR to you, that you will never forget it. Understand? I'm writing it. V is equal to I into R. Now these are the note point. will help you in solving the question. Suppose that you have given V and I. This time the question is asking for resistance. So when two values given to you and you have to find a single value R. So by using this formula you can calculate this. Means this formula is used to calculate unknown value. Calculate unknown value. Understand? And what unknown? Unknown may be V, maybe I, maybe R. But when B is unknown, I and R will be given to you. And when I will be unknown, R and B will be given to you. Understand? So let me tell you one more point. The resistance R do not depends on. Are you noting these things? Do not depends on voltage and current. In the next presentation I will tell you which factor resistance depends, but right now you have to understand about the resistance which is not depending on V and I. Since R is the proportionality constant, okay, R is the proportionality constant and the value of V and I adjust itself. Okay, did you understand this? Resistance for a material remains same, only the change of V and I occur. So let me show you by using a circuit. Okay, suppose you have applied a battery of 12 volt this time. So 12 volt battery will make some current. Do you understand this? Suppose that current was I1 and we don't know the resistance. Resistance is R only. Now you have changed the battery. Now this time you are using V is equal to 6 volt and current is I2. So will the resistance will change? No, resistance will not change. Only the change occur will be in current. Understand? Resistance will remain same. So we'll understand soon on which factor resistance depends in the next presentation. I hope you have understand the Ohm's law and see you in the next presentation. Now try to solve the questions from any book and ask me. All the very best. Do well.